it will be definitely nice to see Lewis with the red suit on the red car. And I think the fans getting crazy for that.
Well, I'm here in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, in the Formula E paddock, and I've met a local from Sao Paulo, Felipe Massa, former Formula E driver, former Formula One driver. You've driven many other things before. It must be really, really special to have this race here in your hometown.
Yeah, it's fantastic to be here in the Sambódromo, to watch the Formula E race. I also had, a couple of laps before in the Gen 3 car. It was really nice, to see the tracks, to understand, and also to feel the car here in this track.
All of the fans from Formula One will know you for your time at Ferrari. There's a lot changing there. What do you make of the things going on there with their new driver lineup next year?
Oh, especially for next year, it will be a big change in Ferrari. With Lewis, decided to move from Mercedes to Ferrari, and I think that's really nice. I mean, that's really interesting, to see that. For also the marketing, everywhere is talking about that. So it will be definitely nice to see Lewis with the red suit on the red car, and I think the fans getting crazy for that. I hope he can have a competitive car because Ferrari, didn't have really the right car to fight with Red Bull. So let's see if they're gonna make it, and also let's see how it's gonna be Lewis. Driving for Ferrari, it will be interesting, to see him with Charles as well. It will be a good battle between them. But I'm sure, it will be nice for Formula One. It will be nice for the sport as well.
We've obviously seen in Saudi Arabia a young British driver, Oliver Bearman, who's come in and he had no notice to drive the car. I mean, first of all, that must be incredibly hard to do as a young driver with limited experience.
Especially when you don't do the first session, of the first day of testing, and then you're just starting on Saturday with the one session and the qualifying straight away. So not enough mileage, for him to understand the car, to understand the track with the Formula One car. But I think he did really well. I mean, he did a good job. Scoring points on his first race, but also doing some good, nice overtaking, not making any mistake. So I think it was really nice to see him with the Ferrari car on his first race. I really hope he can have that opportunity again in the future to have the chance, to be racing Formula One.
Yeah, do you think maybe a seat next year, maybe for Haas? I mean, that's the
Yeah,
most
you
logical,
never know.
isn't
I
it?
think maybe he did a good show. This is important. We saw that Nick De Vries had a race with Williams, score points, and then he raced the year after with the Alpha Tauri. So you never know. Maybe can be a good opportunity, for a team like maybe Haas or maybe some other teams. Interesting to have him on board.
It will be, and I know the British fans will absolutely love that, and very passionate fans here and back home in England. What do you make of obviously Formula E is known for its street tracks, but Formula One seems to be going towards having more and more street tracks. We see Madrid, we see Las Vegas, all these street tracks coming on board. As a driver, do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, I think so. I think, street tracks, is also a good show for the people. You can do so many things around, like Miami, for example. They have the show, DJ and everything, after the race, even before the race. So I think, you need really to try to mix the race, but also the show around the event. And I think it's a good idea, Formula E showing already that. And Formula One is following, some more race on the city tracks.
The next race after Sao Paulo here is Tokyo. Is there a little bit of you that wishes you were still driving in Formula E because of how cool it's going to be to race around the streets of Tokyo?
Also here in São Paulo, how cool it is, to race here at home in this track, in this race. And I'm sure it will be amazing to see the first race in Tokyo. Even the drivers are looking forward for that. So yeah, I will not be there, but I will be supporting, the race and try to have fun, watching the racing for the first time in Japan, especially in Tokyo.
Yeah, I think we're all looking forward to it. What are you racing at the moment? Because when you're a racer, you never let it go, do you? You always race something.
Always fighting until the limit, Still racing stock car here in Brazil.
Yeah.
We just started the season a few weeks ago. I was second on the first race. Now we're gonna have the second race next week in the countryside here in São Paulo. And let's try to keep fighting, and I had 4 podiums in the row, so let's fight for the fifth now.
Hey, look, still getting that success. I like to ask drivers this one question to end. Drivers are very competitive on the track. Everything is about winning. Everything is about speed. But what are you like driving on the road?
I think you need to be calm, on the road. You need to enjoy. Also, sometimes, here in São Paulo, we have a massive traffic.
Yeah, right.
And you need to, enjoy the music, and taking care of the rules, on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And I have some friend here with me. And
you're very popular, I've seen.
Yeah, I think you, as I said, you need to respect the rules, on the road, and being calm.
I was going to say, most drivers who drive fast on the track are very, very sensible drivers on the road. I'm glad you're the same, Felipe.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Enjoy this race here in Sao Paulo. One day we would love to see you out there in the Gen 3 or next generation of car, because you've got a race at home, right? No, you've really got a friend there,
I
haven't
have
you?
a friend, yeah.
That's fine. Well, look, you're going to get mobbed as soon as you leave here, so we'll
right.
take that
Thank
as
you.
the time to end. Felipe Massa.
Thank you.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.